is up, my Transformers family? Welcome back to George Reviews. Today on George Reviews, we'll be taking a look at the sixth and final Constructicon from Hasbro's 1985 lineup. It is Bonecrusher. So let's take a look at the catalog. Here we are. Let's get it unfolded. It's not my best catalog, but it's what I'm using for these videos and countdowns. Flipping it over to the Decepticon side, here are the Constructicons, and here is the list of the Constructicons counted down so far. Right here at the bottom at number 6 is indeed Bonecrusher. Let's get him scratched off right here and taken care of. So on to 1996's Bonecrusher from Hasbro. Hasbro pulled these figures from Takar's Diaclone toy line and packaged them up on a card back. On the back of that blister card, when you flipped it over, you saw a bio and a tech spec for Bonecrusher, and let's get into it. Constructicon Bonecrusher. Function: demolitions. Hit it until it stands no taller than dust. Rubble-strewn wastelands is his ideal of beautiful landscape. His wild ways creates fear and terror. A vehicle at 300 miles per hour exerts 800,000 pounds per square inch. Has short-range concussion bomb launcher. As robot carries laser pistol. As left arm module combines with fellow Constructicons to form giant robot Devastator. Bonecrusher's technical readout. His strength is a 9, intelligence 3, speed 2, endurance 9, rank 4, courage 8, firepower 6, and his skill is a 6. So Bonecrusher is pretty formidable. Now, Bonecrusher came packaged with a sticker sheet that I don't have. Stickers are applied. He comes with the left forearm for Devastator, which doubles as a drill machine. He comes with the drill bit for the drill machine. He comes with the left fist of Devastator and one small yellow pistol as seen before you. Bonecrusher alt mode is just based on a generic bulldozer. So I guess any picture I pull will do. So here's a picture of a generic bulldozer. So let's get Bonecrusher off the turntable and take a closer look. Here is Bonecrusher in his bulldozer mode along with his accessories. We've already basically taken a look at it. Let's bring it a little bit closer, see if we can see the detailing on Bonecrusher. He has, like, with Scrapper, just this odd canopy cab portion where the driver would sit. And speaking of where the driver would sit, there's actually like a molded in seat right here for a driver. And continuing along with the details, he has some molded in treads that don't actually roll. They ain't bother putting a wheel under there at all. You just gotta like push it along and wear down the molded detail on your vehicle. Not a lot going on with him. He has the least amount of detailing going on in his vehicle mode. He has these ports for the drill machine and the Devastator forearm that sits right here, but they also double as like exhaust vents for the bulldozer mode. And as far as articulation goes, the steam shovel on the front of the bulldozer or bulldozer shovel can move up and down. It's articulated at 2 points right at the steam shovel right here and inside here, where it kind of moves up and down a little bit, so you can get a little bit of play. You can scoop some things up. We already did that in the intro, and get a little bit of play value out of that. And rolling on into play value and weapon storage, you can take the forearm, put it on top of the exhaust vents for the bulldozer mode, plug it in right here, and you could take his drill bit, and now he can drill and become a mining machine. And it also fires, which is awesome. We love firing weapons. And you could take the fist and give it the rocket punch treatment. And I believe the gun actually has nowhere to store on the vehicle. Also in this mode, we find his rub sign right here. It's already activating under my lights. We're going to give it a little bit more of a rub, get some more out of it. And the 1985 guys had the rub symbol to let you know they were authentic Transformers. But that's all we got in this vehicle mode. So let's get this guy transformed and keep it rolling. Gonna spread his arms, move the canopy back, flip up the bulldozer part, bring the legs around, slot out his feet, rotate them forward, bring down his arms as much as we can, move the canopy back, and lift up his head. And now he walks around with like the Popeye arm. Because of his design and what his steam shovel goes, he has excellent articulation in his arms, but because of where this is placed at, I mean, it's kind of cool, the transformation, but it's kind of not, because you have to sacrifice his arm articulation. Without this, he has some awesome arms. He rotates at the shoulder, he bends at the elbow. You can get a lot out of it. And then you place this here, you can sort of still get the rotation out of it, but like the arms are permanently hulking at the side. Like he's about to start a fight with somebody. You want some of this, huh? Huh? You want some of this, huh? What? That's what I thought. And it just looks weird because he's just stuck like this. And like I said, he has to walk around like Popeye. Well, blow me down, Bluto. So that's what we got. Let's take a look at him in this mode. Let's take a look at his face, bring it a little bit closer. He has this giant painted visor, which looks cool. And then he has the mouth plate treatment. I don't think that's a mouth. That may be a mouth down there. What do you guys think? Some nice molding and detailing on his forehead. The face looks pretty good overall. Nice Cybertronic robot guy dude. And then pulling back, the bulldozer makes up his chest, and they put a sticker sheet on there to show you his circuitry and let you know it's just not the shovel anymore. He has a factory applied sticker for circuitry, and then I added the Decepticon logo over the top. He has some stickers on his chrome forearms. He has some stamping inside of his forearms. I think that says B2. My eyes are bad, everybody. I think that says B2. And when you flip back the bonnet or cab portion right here, he has a sticker right there to let you know this is incorporated into his robot mode, and that's some circuitry as well. Some black plastic fists that don't rotate, but we have some molded in fingers and a thumb right there on both hands. Then coming down to his waist is represented by the sticker underneath here. He has two separate legs, and he really doesn't articulate. The transformation right there articulate, but they didn't allow the legs to swivel on this joint, which is a shame. That would have been very nice. And his feet, we just brought him up for transformation, but he has this articulation if you want to count that. So bringing out his gun, he has this green blaster, one of only 2 Constructicons to have a green weapon, which is cool. I like the fact that they did that. And he can reach past his chest, which a lot of limbs cannot, but he can, surprisingly. And he looks fairly cool. Like the Constructicons were better than a lot of the Gestalt limbs. I love the fact the legs not pegged together. And he can boom, 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 boom. But when he puts his arm down holding his gun, he just kind of has like he got his shoulders hunched all the time. And if you wanted to, you can store the drilling machine forearm on either one of his arms. He could use it as a shield if you wanted to. And block incoming attacks. And if you chose to, you can put the left hand on here as well and have him run around with the entire arm and really get that Popeye punch. Let's move on to the size up and the rundown. Here's Generation 2 Bonecrusher. Oversized Generation 1 knockoff Bonecrusher. The Bonecrusher from Combiner Wars. G1 Hoist. Transformers Siege Shockwave. From Marvel Legends X-Men, here's Apocalypse. McFarlane's Snyderverse Dark Side. And finally, Generations 1 Transformers Combaticon Brawl. So okay, Bonecrusher closes out the 6 Constructicons at number 6 on my countdown. As a child, he probably is my least favorite. I mean, I love all the Constructicons, but if one had to go, it would be this guy. He had the least amount of screen time of any of the Constructicons. I mean, he only dropped one line that I can remember.
Soundwave superior, Constructicons inferior. Who are you calling inferior?
And other than that, I got nothing. I played with him as a kid. I enjoyed having him, but he was dead last. If you are looking to buy this guy loose on the secondhand market or whatever, he's kind of fragile. The canopy breaks pretty easy. Mine is broken since childhood. The one I had before this, I broke at the same spot. I broke the whole thing off as a kid. This was like my second one. I keep saying I'm going to try to replace that one part. You want to make sure he is complete. Make sure he comes with the forearm, the left hand, and a drill bit for Devastator, and his handguns, individual handgun right here. And as vintage figures go, you want to get the most pristine one you can, even though Playwear shows authenticity. Speaking of authenticity, he has no official individually carded a package reissue. Any reissue you may see individually carded is a Chinese KO. I say that every video, but it's true for every figure of the Constructicons. So that's pretty much all I got. I want to thank everybody for watching another episode of George Reviews. The reviews where every toy has a story.